What do you have to say for yourself?
Nothing.
Not you. Not you. This baby who woke up 1,000,000 times last night.
Tried out Play-Doh.
Mm-hmm. SOS. Send help. I'm so tired. This baby woke up approximately 1,000,000,000 times last night. Are you smiling right now? You're smiling about it? That's because you get to go back to bed in half an hour. He wasn't crying because I was right next to him and I could give him his pacifier back. But so many times he was awake. And then when he woke up this morning, he really, really cried because he was so tired. Which I honestly feel like doing the same. Yes. Yes, I do. I want y'all's ideas on something because I don't really know what to do about it exactly. So with Nova, she loved her pacifier so much and you could not get it out of her mouth. Like if she lost it in the middle of the night, I gave it back to her and it stayed in for hours. He spits his out a lot. He does like to suck on it, but he won't keep it in his mouth. So anytime he wakes up, he is determined to suck on his hands. You think that's funny? He's determined to suck on his hands. He has been determined to suck on his hands since the second he was born. He just has only recently has been getting them into his mouth. And yesterday he managed to get his thumb, only his thumb in his mouth several times and start sucking on it, which I really don't want him to suck on his thumb. So he can't suck on his hands in the middle of the night previously because he was swaddled, so he couldn't reach them. And now he's in the squirrel suit, so his hands are covered. But he is still trying. But my question is, like, I want him to not suck on his thumb. I think that's not a good habit. And I know it's soothing for him, but it's bad. Like, you can take a pacifier away eventually. You can't cut off someone's hand. I don't want you to suck on your thumb, buddy. So how do I keep him from doing that? Like when he's out of the squirrel suit, when he's just in a regular sleep sack, like hand covers? Like, anyone have any ideas? I would love to hear them. How do you keep your baby from sucking on their thumb?
Painting.
You're painting? It's beautiful.
I paint all of it.
Yes, it's buying mommy some time to just sit here and pump
I
and stare into the abyss.
Paint.
There's still blue paint on that paper, on the plate. So yeah, if you have ideas, if you have kids who have sucked their thumbs or like I don't want it to start. Okay. Well, you have paint on your plate. If you have kids who you prevented from sucking on their thumb, like, let me know your tips because I really would love to know them. I've also got a package. It's like 3 seconds later. I just changed the camera angle and picked up the baby. This came last night, I guess, but Josiah put it on the counter and I saw it this morning. And it's a bunch of tea from my dear friend Emmy from a place that I've never heard of before called Tea Source. This is the most interesting thing I've ever seen. It's a chai spice blend. So it's ginger, cardamom, cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, and black pepper. It's literally chai spices. And you mix it in, this says sweetened condensed milk. And then you add it as like a creamer to black tea. I would be very, no. Don't pull all those out.
What are these?
They're tea bags. I would be very likely to mix this with a can of coconut milk or maybe some oat milk and then adjust the taste of it till it's perfect and then just brew tea in the milk. So maybe I would use less spices probably because this says 1 to 2 tablespoons in a can of sweetened condensed milk. So I would probably do like a teaspoon or maybe half a teaspoon in a cup of oat milk and see how that tastes because it can always water it down with more milk. But yeah, this is happening for sure. No, don't stick your fingers in there. Don't lick it. Ugh, toddlers. This is Minnesota Nice Tea, which is like a play on iced tea. It's, it says it tastes like oranges with a floral touch and pairs nicely with a cabin at the lake. I don't have a cabin at the lake, but I do like oranges. There's a wonderful rooibos tea that Nova said smells like cranberries. And then this is a vanilla peppermint chamomile tea, which I will be drinking gallons of probably. Good job smelling it. Smells good, doesn't it?
It smells like cranberries too.
It smells like cranberries. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum,
So
yum.
we say, thank you, Emmy.
Thank you, Emmy.
Do you remember Aunt Emmy?
Yeah.
She's the one who got you your Elmo. And your Lucky Charms shirt. And your cookie shirt. What do you think about all that?
I love it. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Aunt Amy. Auntie got tea.
Auntie, that's right.
Can I make it, please?
Is it cold outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brr! I dropped Nova off and I'm on my way. Well, I'm already here. But in about 10 minutes, I have a pelvic floor physical therapy appointment. And then after that, I have an actual therapy appointment. So I can cry about how tired I am today. The baby, thankfully, fell asleep. But he's sucking his thumb. He got his thumb in his mouth and he passed out. I don't want to put socks on his hands all the time. I need him to be able to use his hands, you know? But I don't think it's good for him to suck on his thumb. It's really bad for his teeth. Not that he has teeth yet, but I know someone who sucked their fingers, and this kid is almost 5 now, and like their teeth are like, and still they're very good about doing it during the day or like whatever, but at night, hand in the mouth. It's messing up her teeth. I hope. I don't know. I gotta figure out something. I wish he loved his pacifier more. It is cold outside for us. It was in the 40s this morning. It's now in the 50s, only at 9 a.m. and the high today is 70. That is a 30-degree swing. So yes, we are a little bit on the struggle bus today. But I think it's going to happen for a while until he gets used to the no swaddle situation. And then, right when he gets used to that, it's going to be the 4-month sleep regression time. And we're going to be traveling for a few days after Christmas. So, there's no end in sight. Hi friends, it's about 5:30. The baby and I are just out for a little walk. I want to say it's in the 50s. I don't really know, it feels cold. It's definitely cold to you, huh? Look at your cheeks. We are going for a little walk while Nova watches Beauty and the Beast Christmas special with Josiah. Oh, there's a car coming. Neither of us have gotten any fresh air today. And he took a nap and woke up at 5 and 8. So I figured we could go around the block with him facing this way so we could actually see some stuff, since he's not too tired yet. And I need a little fresh air. And today was, oh, I'm so tired. I imagine I'll be just as tired tomorrow, because I don't think he's gonna sleep very well. I had my pelvic floor physical therapy this morning, which is definitely helping, but it's a lot of hard work to do those exercises and painful to work on the scar tissue. So there was that. I just love my pelvic PT doctor. She is not just a doctor, she's now a dear friend. And I was happy to see her. And she brought me a decaf latte this morning, which was so nice, because I didn't get to make any tea this morning because both kiddos kind of had a meltdown. We ended up almost being late to everything. So she brought me a coffee, and then I rushed from that appointment to my therapy appointment, which I needed, but I didn't realize quite how much I needed it. He's 13 weeks old, 13 and a half weeks old. And so I guess I kind of expected survival mode at the beginning, but I thought maybe we'd be a little bit past that by now. But because everyone's been so sick, and the stomach bug, and then last week everyone had colds, and Nova had no babysitting last week, and so I just felt like I was in survival mode all week, and I was like complaining about it to her, and I was like, I don't understand why I get so activated by that. Like, yeah, I don't have any childcare, but like it feels like I'm overreacting. Like, my response is to being in survival mode is like so much bigger than it maybe should be. And she was like, yeah, it makes sense, because you thought that you had gotten past that, but your body is just remembering whenever you go into survival mode, specifically with Nova. It's remembering the 6 months of survival mode that you had when she was born, when you took her to work every single day and she screamed every single night and everything was so hard. Just like, so your body is remembering that, and it automatically goes to that place. So even when it's not that big of a deal, when you're just like, oh, we had a hard hour, your body is like, it's going to be hard forever. I'm reminded. It brings up all this stuff from the beginning of her life. And that made so much sense to me. So I don't know how to fix that exactly, but it makes sense to me that some weird guy over there. It makes sense to me that that's what's happening. But that was a little emotionally exhausting. And then Josiah went and got Nova from the babysitter today, which gave me 10 minutes to like unload the dishwasher, which was so nice. She went to sleep with some protesting, but she did sleep actually today. He was exhausted from not sleeping all last night, so he passed out on me on the couch, and I slept a little bit. Mostly I just had a headache. And I definitely did not drink enough water today or eat enough calories today. By, 3 p.m., I had eaten a bowl of granola, some Reese's Pieces, and 5 slices of salami. So not nothing, but definitely not enough when you're nursing. So I'm going to have to make up for that. I did eat dinner. Why I felt the need to stop talking when a car was driving by. I did eat dinner, but definitely not enough. I can feel it. Like, my head hurts. My body is like, ugh, making milk is hard. You need to eat more calories. You need to drink more water. So I need to make some electrolytes and drink that. And then maybe eat something really high calorie, like some of the brownies left over from Nova's party. Yeah, I think after she goes to bed, it's very likely that Josiah's gonna go to bed because he did not sleep either. I've got a couple things to do. I gotta open my advent calendar. Yeah. I just love this smushy face. It's so delightful. Also, shout out to my friend. I'm not gonna say who, but I was texting this morning and she was like, I just like your Vlogmas. And that was really nice. And then it made me think, maybe because I haven't slept and I'm like extra emotional today and therapy today, but I do Vlogmas because I love doing Vlogmas. Like, I just love talking to y'all, sharing these cheeks. I know it's silliness, it makes me happy, fills my bucket. But I like get in this spiral sometimes where I second guess it because there's so little yarn content. And like my whole channel is based around crochet and yarn and fiber arts. And I do almost none of it, which is totally understandable because I have 2 kids. But comparison is the enemy of joy, right? I feel like I'm falling into that lately. Like, I know some people who started like wonderful fiber businesses because they had newborns at home and that's just like what they did, and to make income or whatever, or they publish patterns. And I'm like, I haven't published a single pattern this year. I cannot get my act together to write the patterns for the samples that are done. I can't get on any kind of schedule. Like, I just don't have the mental capacity to do that. And I understand that it's just a time and it will come back. Like, I have that understanding, but it doesn't make it suck less when you want to do something and you can't, right? Like, I want to design crochet patterns because I love it and it's a creative outlet for me. And I can't do it. I just can't. I couldn't even make a cup of tea this morning because the kids were, doing whatever. And when I have any time to myself, I spend it working on my real job, which is as a pastor, which again is really important, but that's not getting the attention it deserves. It's not even getting, I feel like, 30% of the attention it deserves. So it's just difficult. And the point of all of that is to say, I'm sorry there's not a lot of fiber content, but I'm grateful for y'all being here, whether you watch Vlogmas or the main videos, or you tune in sometimes, or you watch all of them. Like, it really does mean everything to me that you are here. Like, you are why I do this, because I enjoy it, and it is wonderful to be with you and to share life with you. It makes me so happy. So thank you for being here through thick and thin. It's been like 5 or I don't even know how many years since I started the YouTube channel, but we definitely didn't have any babies, and I didn't have this job, and everything has changed in life since then, and I'm sure it will keep changing. I'm feeling very philosophical about it. Oh, it's getting too hot. Wearing this baby is wearing a furnace. You are so hot. If you're wondering about this hat, my dad made that for him. Yes, Grandpa made you that hat. I have not made him anything. But he has this hat and another hat my dad made him. So, yeah. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for being here.